Mike Will made it.
103 amazing facts about the Black Indian of the Western Hemisphere. This was originally written by Juan Stachynall P. Canyon, a non-reservationist, in the year 2003. The illustrations and demonstrations have been added by me. Number 3, Native or indigenous people of the Western Hemisphere, also known as Indians, did not refer to themselves or to their ancestor as Indian. We use the word Indian because most people are accustomed to this title. The word Indian, Red Man, and Native American are European colonized terms. Native or indigenous people of the Western Hemisphere referred to themselves by way of tones, vibrations, expression. Your spirit said who and what you were. The name given to you was based upon the type of spirit you possessed. Now, the image that you're looking at is a 1812 cartoon of war. And it is the North American General James Winchester, who was captured and stripped of his sword and uniform and daubed with paint by Roundhead, a Wyandot chief, second from the left, following the Battle of Frenchtown. So take a look at these Indians, all right? Very melanated, very dark. If they were around today, they would be getting called black, all right? Which is also a European colonized term, just like Negro and every other name they've given us over the years. None of those are the right names. None of those names actually belong to us. So here's another one. This is a 1783 image you can find at the British Museum. The description is American loyalists are being murdered by red Indians. An Indian left seizes by the hair a loyalist lying on the ground and holds up a knife saying, "I'll scalp him." Another Indian on the right raises a tomahawk in both hands above a loyalist who kneels on one knee saying, "Oh, cruel fate, is this return for our loyalty?" The Indian says, "I'll tomahawk the dog." A third Indian on the left pulls a rope attached to the ropes by which 4 loyalists hang up by their neck to a branch of a tree inscribed, recommended to Congress by Lord S. Shelburne. He is saying, "I have them all on a string." The Indians all wear tall feather headdresses and kilts of feathers. Of the 6 loyalists, 2 of those hanging from the tree are dressed as military officers, the others as civilians. Beneath the design is engraved, "Is this a peace when loyalists must bleed? It is a bloody piece of work indeed." March 1783 is when this was produced, y'all. So, again, look at these Indians. If you saw them today, they would be getting called black. The term Indian belongs to us, period. There's a guy, Ab the Legend. He's pretty good on this topic. I took a little snippet of his video. Let him break it down for you. Check this out real quick.
Before they moved to Washington, they were the Boston Braves. And you gotta think, where did the term redskin come from? The term redskin was used for the indigenous people in the Boston area, the New England Boston area, up on the East Coast. The Nimpuk, the Algonquin, the Narragansett tribes. These are the people that the Redskins got their name from. Samuel, Cisco, and these is the Algonquin Indian Council. These are the indigenous people. This is where the Washington Redskin name and the term Redskin came from. They were the Boston Braves, and these were the people that they were talking about. You know, so that's just some forensic work for you. A lot of Native American groups are offended, which they shouldn't, because the term, it does not apply to them. Many will say, "Oh, the redskin mean we want their red skins," but who had red skin? Let's just immediately debunk that garbage. During the Boston, all this stuff is tied in the Boston Tea Party thing. They painted their skin to look like Indians. And you gotta ask yourself, what did the Indians in Boston, New England, up there in that East Coast look like? They look like Chief Samuel Sisko and his people. This is the chief among us all chiefs. This is Chief Samuel Sisko of the Nimpuk of the Algonquin Council. These are the people they painted their skin to look like. These are the people they call Redskins.
Now, this is a picture of a powwow with the Algonquin tribe, okay? If you look at this picture, there are many complexions. We have always been many complexions. There's never just been one particular complexion. But the truth is, when you use the term Indian, it is a term that basically is saying that you're dark-skinned, okay? These are Indians. This is real Indians before they started trying to put all of the spin, the Hollywood spin on it, you know. These are, today, if you saw these people in the street, you would think these were black people. When your grandmother told you, or your mama told you, or your great granny told you, you had Indian in your family, they weren't wrong. They were protecting you, because it was a point in time when you couldn't even call yourself an Indian unless you were white. So they was letting you know you are an Indian, but don't say that you're an Indian. You got Indian in your family somewhere. You know what I mean? But these are the Indians, y'all. Point blank and period. Now take a look at this. This is from 1671 out of a book called America, written by John Ogleby. And these were the Indians that they found in the New England area, the northeastern United States area. Okay? This was their depiction of Indians, the natives, the inhabitants that they found when they got here. All right? Over and over again, you're going to keep seeing these type of things. Look at this playing card. This isn't a British museum. This is a playing card, but that is a Indian queen. Look at the top of the card. It says, the Indian Queen. Look at the two little fellas carrying her cape. You know? We are the Indians, y'all. And, you know, it's sad that it took so long for us to get all of this information, because for a lot of years, we've been told so many things that are inaccurate. But there are so many depictions like this one. A Native Paleo-American Man of South America by Albert Eckert. 1641. You can find this in the National Museum of Denmark. Listen, America has been trying to hide this for a long time, but these European countries know all about it. They have it all in their museums. We have some in our museums too. And the National Archives and the Library of Congress. You know, it's not as big a secret as we think it is. We just haven't been told. Look at this. This is a book, The Indian Races of North and South America. Look at those Indians. You understand what I'm saying to you, man? They have been lying to us for years. And thank God there's people out there like Canyon and Dr. Ali Muhammad and Dan Calloway and Ab the Legend and Johnny Aborigine, and the list goes on and on. These fellas out here putting in the work. Now check this out. This is an Iroquois Indian. The Iroquois are very important to the forming of the United States. Okay, the Iroquois protected those loyalists, and when it came down to write the Constitution, the Iroquois basically plagiarized the Constitution from the Iroquois Confederacy. You know, there's only a couple of things that's different, and I'll touch on that subject again a little later. But the Iroquois Nation is a big deal to the making of the United States, and this is an Iroquois chief. Look at that man. Who does that man look like to you? And that's why I'm doing this, because it's time for all of us to really understand who we are and how deeply we've been lied to. Now check this out. This is a depiction of America. This is another depiction. Here's a better copy of it. An Emblem of America, titled Emblem of America, published in London, February of 1801 by Haynes and Son. And this is in the British Museum also. I'm telling you, the European people know. Everybody knows but us. They taught us wrong intentionally. If you understood who you was, then you know what your power is. Okay? All right, look again. This is Montezuma. Montezuma, the Aztec warrior king that they had to fight. Cortez had to fight down in Mexico. Again, another black man, the way you would call him today. Remember, none of these titles are right titles. Indian's not a right title. Black Negro's not the right title. We're definitely not no African Americans because we ain't African. Look at this. This is an Indian. This is in a Virginia museum. This was a cigar store Indian. And they say is 1800s, but actually it's probably a little older than that, to be honest. You know, they keep playing with the dates. They keep trying to lie and change the story around. But that's nothing new. That is why you have to look for the oldest possible information that you can find. The older it is, the more honest it is. Okay? Here's another depiction of America. Look at that. Who's on top? That's who you call an Indian. These pictures, these images are not fake. I did not make these. These are in the Library of Congress and in museums and books. Everybody know that we're the Indians. Everybody know that we are the indigenous aboriginals is the proper term. Okay? So once again, I have to say Canyon was right. And as we continue through the series, I'm going to keep showing you why what Canyon said was absolutely correct. Okay? Hey, y'all. I just want us all to open our eyes and to understand how powerful we really are, who we really are. It goes so much deeper than this. But anyway, for you sports fans, y'all might like this one. Check this out. Yeah.
Guys, I celebrate American history, which is our history, every month out the year. And I hope that for parents and kids that go home, now we have the internet, now we have tools at our hand. And no, you aren't being taught Black American history in schools, but now we can still go out and find that history. It's not like when we grew up and maybe it was buried someplace in the encyclopedia. All you got to do is go type in some words and you can get it right now and understand where you've come from and how special you are.
Can I just end with this one thing? These four brothers sitting here, we didn't all come from Africa. And there was there was a country before 1492. And our history goes way beyond 1492. So you can't start us at 1492. We were always here.
That's history only from us players. No, we love you guys. Happy American History Month. We'll be back with some more Players Only.
So once again, your man King Move signing out. Check me out. Leave your comments. Check in for the next episode, y'all.